Roberto della Santa Brazíliából lesz az első előadó. Nem kell megijedni, több előadás és munkásbőrkel fog foglalkozni. Az előadás címe a történelem és osztálytudatról a klasszizmusig és a dialektika. A lukácsi kritika a globális tér társadalomtudományáról. Akkor át is adnám a szót Robertónak. Igen izgalmas téma következik. Ezek elég elméleti dolgok, majd a Péter ezt egy kicsit fogja együtteni, hogy tudni ezt a filozófiai egyoldalúságát ennek a szekciónak. Úgyhogy, please.
Good afternoon. Raquel told you about it, that's some kind of a broken English, but now it's Brazilian speaking, so misfortune. I would like to thank first of all the organizer of such a momentous activity for its very it's a clear mental and historical act of resistance. You know, both Hungary and Brazil of the present time are much more than hostile to the legacy of the Republic of Councils in Hungary or Dialetics social theory. I do not want to waste any more time commenting on barbarism or horror. I want to celebrate reason and revolution altogether as a contribution to this act of resistance. And to thank, of course, the organizers, the Eszmélet magazine team, both Eva Nagy, Thomas Kraus, and all of you, thank you for that. It's very hard nowadays in the actually existent Brazilian social formation to sustain that lukácsi thinking shaped the helms of ideas of the native intelligentsia, cultural debate, or its political contest, and had in some academic and editorial institutions fruitful outcomes. It would sound like kind of astonishing to the ones who experienced and cherished Brazilian social life of the last 30 years, at least, and virtually impossible to those that come to know this country only after the second half of the present decade. Maybe the title of this conference sounds a little bit clumsy or out of place. The critical fortune of Lukácsian ideas is sophisticated and substantive in different spheres in Brazil. The political culture of the old Brazilian Communist Party, some of the most respected literary criticism, a vivid philosophical tradition based on its late concepts of work in all its range and depth. We obviously cannot cover all of that in just a few minutes. From, and now I quote, the names: Carlos Nelson Coutinho, Leandro Conde, to Maria Orlando Pinassi, or Ricardo Couto Antunes, Roberto Schwartz, Michel Louvi, Celso Frederico or José Chazin, Ivo Tonet and Sérgio Lessa, Vera Cotrim, José Paulo Neto, Wolfgang Marr, Ogário Matos, and so on. The concept of realism, the ontological shift of its prolegomena, the early texts of the soul and the forms or the theory of the novel, the ethical, political insight, and much more were subject to intense and vivid debate in Brazil. Many campi are devoted to postgraduate study of his work, and there are numerous publishing houses devoted to new translations, collections, commentary, and/or criticism. But it's also true to state that the spirit has never become real flesh and bone. If today, anyone who looks at Brazil context, the anti-intellectual and ultra-political crusade against Karl Marx, Sigmund Freud, or even Charles Darwin heirs could reach to this standpoint, it's only fair to point out that Marxism, critical theory, radical thinking, and emancipatory ideas have never assumed a long-standing objectification in a universalizing manner. The abyssal separation from those who conceive and the ones that operate, the ones who works with their brains and the others that toils with their hands, the ruling and the ruled classes, the national and the popular, culture and work, are much more than social inequalities. They perform one of the most antagonistic contradictions actually existent in the whole of the capitalist world. But this culture flourished and bloomed from the late 50s to the present days, and it would not be an exaggeration to say that it covered different fields and lines of work with a solid and persistent continuity in Brazilian spiritual life. Novels, songs, plays, political and cultural debate, history, philosophy, politics. From this point of view, the cities of São Paulo or Rio de Janeiro that were political and cultural avant-garde of the naturalization of ideas of Georgi Lukács, Antonio Gramsci, Karl Korsch, and so on, are nowadays just something else completely. To call it just the destruction of reason would be the understatement of the year. But as history has not come to an end, let's just take a glance in the recent past. So, the title of the conference traces back history and class consciousness to the defense that Lukács made of this book in a title called Tailism and Dialetics. So, it's not necessary to state here in Budapest for you celebrating the Revolutionary Republic of Hungary in its anniversary that this book is very important. And the defense that was only discovered in the late 90s, in the middle 90s, such as well. But talking from Brazil, a Brazilian perspective, I should say that there were two main forms of reception, of critical fortune, of the ideas of Lukács in Brazil. Mainly in universities and some political organizations. The aesthetical debate and its ontological shift. So, early Lukács, late Lukács, and like a forgotten history and class consciousness. And what were the topics of this book and when it was written? So, what is Orthodox Marxism? Rosa Luxemburg as Marxist, class consciousness, the reification of the proletarian consciousness, the change of function of historical materialism, the legal and the illegal, critical notes on Rosa Luxemburg revolution, Russian revolution critique, and methodological observations of the question of organization. That is to say, it's a theory not just revolution. In this book, there's a sophisticated philosophical translation of the revolutionary process and the point of view of the proletariat. And that core of the Lukácsian author was just abolished from Brazilian debate in the, let us say, the early institutionalization of academics and intellectuals in the late modernization process of the Brazilian social formation. And we paid a price for that. The defense that Lukács made against its critics, Laszlo Brudas, the Soviet Communist Party, or even its comrades, it was very vigorous and very solid in pursuing the dialectical method as a kind of translation of the revolutionary process, and the only way to think revolutionary and rational terms. So, I think that this process is not fortuitous, and I think that there's a historical frame within it. Very at odds with the concepts of total conversion, radical rupture, or even epistemological cuts in authors' developments, and most aware of the dialectics of continuity and discontinuity, István Mészáros traced a synthetic formula of the different stage of the Lukács thought. So, first of all, its early writings stressing concerns for universality and a certain desire of objectivity. You can think of the soul and the forms, pre-Marxist Lukács, with a kind of, I quote, a dark messianic and prophetical tone. Number two, the objective idealism through Hegel, and a step forward towards the concrete. You can think of the theory of novel. The third one, a transitional over and a change of perspective to concrete totality, the concept of mediation and the category of dialectics. 4. Aesthetic and philosophical works post the Bloom thesis and its defeat, like the young Hegel and other writings on the category of the particular, the typical, the specific. In its final stage, a systematic attempt to constitute a synthesis in ethical, aesthetical, and ontological terms. I'm not suggesting that the early writings, even the pre-Marxists, are to be forgotten, or that its late over, its mature Lukács, should be overthrown or forgotten. I'm just trying to make sense of this core that it's, I think it's not fortuitous and not by chance. The writings that accompany the process of the world revolution since the 1970 conference on ethics, or the affiliation to the Communist Party, and the early writing of history and class consciousness, to this book that was edited in Brazil in the recent years. It's called, in Portuguese, Reboquismo e Dialética, Defense of History and Class Consciousness. But now we face a context where we have some insertion in the university, you have a kind of academic university Marxism, and in the grassroots, in the organizations, in political parties, you have the ideas of Lukács not spread and not universalized, and that's a huge contradiction. So this remark is something like to say we should take a moment to reflect upon that this route, this journey through Marxism in Brazil took a path outside the masses, and now it's very hard to regain it. So let us celebrate, just thinking about it, how to make this spirit